All right, hello everyone. Welcome back again. So this time we're going to be doing the finish and the buffing part of it, and also adding the resist and highlight. So getting the buffing cloth, and you're just trying to warm up the leather as well, because that's what's going to try and pick up anything, you know. So just keep on going. All right. Now, look at that versus that one. I don't know if you can tell, but this one has more of a finished look. It's more complete, while this one has sort of a shine to it. The shine is the excess dye. So we're trying to get rid of that kind of stuff. Like the shine is, we can get shine with the finish. Now look at that difference. It's more of a, like a softer color, I feel too. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna go on the next. Now, depending on how dry your leather is or your dye is, you can go and use the same one, but sometimes, you know, if you notice it's picking up a lot and you don't want to have any risk, you know, just getting another cloth also works too. So here's also a thing as well, as you see how the leather is doing that. It's because the leather is drying up. It is like it's losing oil because of what we're doing so far. You know, we've watered it, we've tooled it, now we've put dye on top of it, so it's been getting wet and hardened over and over again. So that's what's happening there. So that's why we want to have it as least re-waters as we can, kind of thing. And also flattening your stuff while it's drying is a good idea, a good practice. Look at that. And it makes it more consistent as well when you buff it. So sometimes when it is a piece like this, going back and forth is okay. I still try to go circles, but noise. And last one. You can sort of see a little bit of a marbling effect in the right lighting, but you know, this is also going to be on the back, and not a lot of people will be able to see it. Okay, so finish. Shake this up. This stuff ruins when frozen, so do not let it freeze. Read the proper storing instructions. We're also going to get our little spray bottle here. We're gonna lightly dampen up, just so it takes more in, right? Now look at that, I had dye on my fingers. So that's one thing you got to be careful of. So it looks like purple or violet, so that's what this side is going to be getting then. Okay, and so small circles. And you don't want to saturate it. Light coats, many light coats is better than one heavy coat. Boom, look at that. And then also anywhere that has dye. So if you did it on the back, you would also have to do this on the back too. And you see how it's really rough to do that. So that's why I don't do that. Get some more, rub it in, pick it up, and circles. So this is a sealant, a finisher, something that will keep the leather or the dye in the leather. Depending on how much usage you're going to be having outside depending on more coats you're going to be using. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. Let's do the other side for the brown. So we finished that light coating on that one. So we go, swig it a little bit again, work it in, and circles. And you're not wanting to have those lines stay in there, right? So try and get rid of them as best as you can. Soon enough, we'll talk about burnishing. That is the next step after this step. Burnishing is to make these edges nicer, because they're pretty sharp right now. They're so sharp, in fact, that they're actually cutting the sponge a little bit. Well, again, I try to do more of a circular kind of pattern, even if I'm working back and forth. Wipe. And work around the edge. Boom. And how to tell if it's too much? Well, you see that went on perfectly without as much like bubbles and stuff like that. So that is pretty good right there. Don't hit the camera. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit as well. So we're going to do one more coating of this stuff, but that's on my personal time kind of thing. What I'm going to do right now is add the Pro Resist. So this, they do, you can work with them together kind of thing. This is a sealant, and this is just a super sealant in a sense. So I'm going to put this onto the leaves, just a paint coat. So we're going to shake it up. We're going to have our paintbrush already watered and ready to go. Open it up. See, look at that. Good thing we had that that cloth, or the paper. Okay, and so now we're going to be just painting the leaf, and that's it. Because anything else, if you tag the back area, or like the background, it will be lighter than, like, as light as the leaves, and you don't want that. You want the leaves to pop out at you. And you're trying to get rid of all those little air bubbles and stuff like that. They will go away eventually, but it's just best to try and work them out. Also, doing this in layers is also another good idea. So let it dry and then do this. I'm just trying to make this video doable because my phone only has a set capacity right now for storage. All right. So it doesn't look like we're doing much, but it's doing a lot. We'll see it in the end results. That's also what leatherworking is one, consistency, and two, finding out. Just mess around and find out, my friend, because that's what science is. You know, leatherworking is just like science and artwork. So it is. It's all about just testing out what feels right and what works well for you, and going from there. Okay. So we've done one. We're going to do another one while this is drying, and then we're going to just tag it with... and this is just for anything that we want lighter, okay? So... and I think I will go with the black highlight for this one. I hope your guys' day is going well whenever you watch this video. And I hope your projects have been going well. If you got any projects that you guys want to tell me about, just put it in the comments and I will read them. I love seeing what other people are making. And I hope that my little videos help people from time to time. Hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of how to use items, or even just nice to have in the background. Okay, so we've painted everything that we want to paint. And depending on how light you want the item, the more coats you're going to have. Wash out your brush, that way it does not harden on you. It will become stiff like a stick. And you see how it's a little bit more movable with the finish as well? It gives it more of a like a nice rejuvenation in a sense. We can oil them afterwards. We'll talk about that. But for right now... so the reason why I use the wrist area or the back of your hand is because they're very sensitive areas, so you can be able to feel if it's dried out or not. Just a little bit more for this one.